Hi friends, I think you can hear me. I hope you all can hear me. So I'm back today. I hope all of you all are doing well. And I have an interesting message today. Again, it is based on the transit, alright? But regarding all these astrological transits, I used to not believe in astrology before until 2017 when I studied astrology just to study my own psychology. And then I realized how astrology was so much further ahead than psychology. And then I read about Carl Jung, that he actually got his concepts about the subconscious mind and unconscious mind from esoteric philosophy. Okay, so you can see the sea behind me. I hope my voice is clear. So today I want to talk about value. Okay, and I want to talk about the aspect of value because Rahu is going to transit into Taurus sign. Okay, so Rahu's transit into Taurus is going to happen on 23rd September till I think 22nd April 2020. So I'm not wrong. So usually it's 1.5 years in one sign. Okay, so Rahu is transiting in Taurus. Now Taurus, on the chart, it is the second sign. Okay, and it is the sign of family values, family wealth, your voice, stability. It is a sign that is ruled by Venus. Okay, it is a sign that is ruled by Venus, planet Venus. And planet Venus denotes all those things that are valuable to us. You know, the material wealth, or not necessarily material wealth, but also value in terms of relationships, because relationships are also a form of value, right? Because sometimes when material things cannot meet our needs, it's the relationships that actually meet our needs and add value to our lives. So why do I want to talk about value? See, my basic purpose as a twin flame is to raise the level of consciousness. Okay, is to raise the level of consciousness, because earlier there used to be a lot of power differential because of the lack of knowledge. Okay, so the lack of knowledge is what creates a power differential. So if you want everybody, the society, to be equalized, see, most of the power is actually in the people, right? But if the people are kept at a lower level of knowledge, lower level of awareness, then where does the power go? The power goes to the few select people who have all the wealth and all the knowledge. Okay, that is exactly what we are trying to restructure. Okay, be it twin flames, light workers, empaths, star seeds. This is the work we are doing. We are bringing the power in the hands of the masses by raising their level of consciousness. And this work is happening at various levels. Okay, not just at the level of spreading the knowledge. Okay, at every point in the system, there are people like us. Okay, and also the light intensity that is coming in, the solar flares that are happening, the cosmic activity, the gamma rays that are coming in, they are raising the level of consciousness. Okay, so let me come back to my point now. Value. So Rahu entering into Taurus. Okay, we have to have an awareness of values. Now in our natural state, we are beings who value ourselves. Okay, but through socializing, through being in this society, the conditioning process, the schooling process, many times people project their issues with value onto others. Okay, so this projection thing usually happens with humans, you know, and because the divine beings, they don't project their issues on other people. They are aware of their issues, if they have any, by the way, and they go through their purification process, which is called the tapas. Okay, tapasarya. So they purify their consciousness and then they interact with people so that they don't project their shit onto other people. So a lot of time in the process of socializing, we try to project, a lot of people try to project their sense of feeling less about themselves onto others, and this happens in very subtle ways. Okay, so if you are not aware of how somebody is projecting karma onto you, okay, if you are not aware, then you could absorb their negative energy. Okay, this video is especially for sensitive people and empaths. Okay, because when you are sensitive and when you are empath, you usually experience more of this phenomenon called dissociation. Okay, dissociation actually, basically in simple words, it means a state of not being aware, fully aware. Okay, so to understand value, let me talk about devalue, how devaluing happens. Okay, see, when in childhood parents, label you, or your friends label you, or your teachers label you, okay, sometimes these things can really affect us negatively. Okay, so I think the elders should be whether they are teachers or parents, or whether they are elderly friends, okay, should be very careful. Sometimes it is done intentionally, but very often it is done unintentionally. Okay, but these things, if you are not conscious, remain in your subconscious mind, they remain in your unconscious mind, and you learn not to value yourself. You learn not to value your time. See, the topic of value is vast. Okay, when you really get this concept of value and you practice it, see, for a certain aspect of yourself to remain conscious, you have to practice it. That is called karma. Okay, if you don't practice value, then what you are doing is you are practicing devalue. Okay, you're thinking all the negative thoughts, you're believing other people's opinions. Okay, instead of taking an honest assessment of your behavior. Alright, so when a person values themselves, okay, they get to know themselves. They don't absorb other people's opinion of who they are. Okay, and they are very careful about projections. Okay, projections can happen through words when people say something to you, or projections can happen energetically, like you are energy sensitive, you can feel people's thoughts, right? You can feel people's thoughts, so you can get that projection energy that way also. Alright, so Taurus sign is ruled by the planet Venus. Okay, and Venus symbolizes value. Okay, so Venus is the aspect of the divine feminine that symbolizes value, and Sun is the aspect of the divine masculine that symbolizes value. So if you do not value yourself, or if you are carrying some subconscious beliefs that tell you you are not good enough, okay, or any negative self-talk, okay, then these aspects of self, of feminine and masculine Sun, because Sun denotes self-worth and Venus denotes value. Okay, they are almost the same. They get distorted. Okay, the sacred geometries of these aspects gets distorted, and then when you're carrying these kinds of wounds inside, such negative beliefs, such devalue inside yourself, then what really happens is you cannot create the 5D timelines that I'm talking about. Okay, how do you create timelines? Okay, if you are supposed to interact with somebody and this person always devalues you, okay, or devalues you, okay, now you're supposed to either assert your boundaries and make the relationship work, or you're not supposed to have this relationship in order to maintain a healthy Venus, in order to maintain a healthy Sun, and in order to reunite with your twin flame. Because if you damage these aspects of yourself, forget about twin flame reunion. Okay, so that's not going to happen. So this is the whole process of twin flame reunion is not to get the physical body of your twin flame codependently. Okay, the whole process of twin flame reunion is to get close to all those things that we are running away from. Okay, like these relationship issues. Okay, so this is how we create a 5D timeline, by learning to love ourselves, by learning to value ourselves. Now Venus, historically, she is the goddess of sex and she is the goddess of love. But Venus also symbolizes self-love. Alright, so Venus also symbolizes self-love. So So this self-love concept must be used every day in our every activity. You know, it should always be at the back of your mind. It should be a part of you. See, these aspects, they get unconscious through behavior patterns. Alright? These aspects get unconscious when you don't practice them. Okay? The more that you practice the aspect of self-value, the more it remains conscious inside you. There's more momentum on that pattern of self-love or self-value, and that shapes the new version of you. Okay? So I spoke about devalue, how devaluation happens, but the most important thing here is staying conscious. Okay? Because a lot of times when we are not fully present, people can kind of put this negative thoughts, I don't know, implants, if implants is the right word to use for it, but people can put negative thoughts inside you, okay, when you're not conscious, when you're not aware. So here the term energetic boundaries comes into play, okay, because before having physical boundaries, we need to have energetic boundaries, okay. So we need to be energy sensitive to what kinds of people we are letting in, what kinds of thought streams we are letting in into our reality, what kinds of sentences we are hearing, okay. So just as you pay attention to your diet, you have to pay attention to your surroundings at your workplace, the surroundings at where you live, okay, the kind of people you interact with, because all these things determine your self-love status and your value status, okay. So this is how we eliminate the power differential. Alright, this is how we eliminate the power differential, because if you're not valuing yourself, then what is happening is there is a psychic cord, and you will keep attracting people that devalue you until you put them in their place. Okay, you need to let people know how to treat you. Okay, so if you have this aspect of devaluing yourself, then there is an energy cord, and it will continuously attach. It will find some or the other person to whom to attach, okay, and this person will get attached to you, and they will keep projecting devalue. If you let go of this one relationship, another relationship of the same type will come into your reality, okay, till you get your lesson. And once you get your lesson, you're keeping Venus balanced and you're keeping Sun balanced. So you're keeping self-worth and self-value, these aspects of your self-balance, okay, so you're not creating karma. Neither are you projecting low self-worth onto others, nor are you letting somebody else project onto you, because you have energetic boundaries, okay. If you do not have these boundaries, then what happens is you are leaking energy. You're continuously leaking energy, and this affects your mood, this affects your power levels, this affects your focus finally at the end of the day. So when your boss says you need to get this work done by the end of this week, you cannot get it done, because most of your energy is drained due to negative people around you, okay. Most of your energy is drained due to negative belief systems inside you, okay. So how can you increase your productivity? How can you improve your focus when the divine masculine aspects inside you are being damaged by the people that are around you, okay. So be very, very careful. You wouldn't put a stale, sada hua food item into your stomach, right? So you wouldn't hang around with such a person either in your reality, okay. Now there are many more aspects to it, like say for example, you know, the social conditioning that, oh no, we have to have this kind. See, you have to have relationships, you have to keep the social formalities. See, it is your choice what you are going to put first, okay. You're going to put self-love first, self-respect first, or formalities first, okay. I know people need to run businesses, I know people need to have events, titles and all those things, but then know what you are doing. You're putting yourself last, okay. And in that kind of situation, mostly what people do is they project their pain onto others, you know. So like this mechanism of one person hurting the other goes on, and these people are propagating the matrix, okay. I'm not saying I never did it. I did it to myself. I never did it to somebody else. I did it as a retaliation, because I believe in retaliating, because if you don't retaliate, then people don't know how to treat you. So you have to have the awareness of self-value. This is what I'm saying, okay. from this awareness of self-value, you start investing in yourself. Okay, and from this place of investing in yourself, your resources build up, whether they are material resources or whether they are relationship resources. Okay, but most importantly, what builds up is your energy. Your focus improves, your productivity improves, your creativity improves, your self-respect improves, because you're not having psychic calls. You're not having psychic calls via unconscious aspects of yourself. You're getting me? Okay? So this is the most important thing that came here to talk about today. The aspect of value. Value is not just material. Value is how you value yourself, how you value your time, how you value your skills, how you value your energy. Another aspect I'd like to talk about value is from the point of view of star seeds. Okay. Now for star seeds, and me as a star seeds, my concept of value was very different from most people's concept of value. Because for me, the concept of value was understanding one's light body, getting all that esoteric knowledge. Because to me, I see that as power. Okay, because what is power after all? Power is not proving your ego. Power is not showing off your material possessions. Power is being able to create the reality you want. Okay, and reality creation starts with light body. Understanding your light body. Okay, those frequencies, how to create those frequencies, how to manipulate the frequencies. Okay, the sacred geometry. Okay, to me that was power. To me that was value. So during the first part of my life, I hyper focused on those things. Okay, I was taking care of my material needs, but that was like just up to the limit. Like the basics. Okay, most of my focus, my hyper focus was on contemplation, meditation, and understanding these things. So a starseed's sense of values is usually very different from what the world values. So again, the concept of value is not something that is fixed by outside society. Okay, value is something that you decide is valuable. Okay, if you go to the market and there is a favorite vegetable there, okay, now that vegetable is valuable to you. Okay, but that same vegetable might not be valuable to anybody else. Okay, I'll give you another example. Gold is really valuable to people on this planet, right? But to starseeds, what is valuable is things like crystalline skin. Okay, now when you look at your skin and you see your skin shining like gold, because there are actually gold filaments in your skin. Okay, to me that is value. To me that was always value. Okay, and I have achieved it. But does the world recognize it? I don't know. I don't care, because my system of value is completely different. Not completely different, quite different from the value system of humans, like normal humans. Okay, like say for example, relationships. Okay, if there is a very influential person and you might be friends with this person, and you might lower your self-respect and give up on yourself, and not really put yourself first to be friends with this person, and then you try to show off that I'm friends with this person. To somebody, this could be value, because you're friends with this very rich, influential person. But to me, if the person doesn't have quality, that relationship has no value. Because I don't live by external standards. I don't buy the standards that the matrix gives me to buy. Okay, I determine my own standards. Okay, and I determine those standards from my soul consciousness. Okay, for me, standards are all about. For me, value is all about aligning with your soul. Okay, and these are the frequencies that starseeds are here to anchor and share. Okay, because we're changing the definition of standards. We're changing the definition of value. Okay, I'll give you an example of Bollywood. Few months back, like not few months, few weeks Bollywood used to be such a big thing, all the superstars and all of that nonsense. But now all the dark side is coming out. Okay? Especially during this Ketu transit, a lot of darkness is going to come out. So now Bollywood and all those actresses, their value is completely gone. Because finally, who determines the value? The masses determine the value, right? So these people, they don't have inherent value. The value is given to them by the masses. So this is how you learn to see value. Okay, what kind of belief systems you buy into, because then you are empowering those belief systems and you are empowering those structures, right? So these are some perspectives on value that I have given you. Another perspective on value is how you use your energy. Okay, what kind of people you associate with, because you give them value. Okay, depending on the value that you have, the kind of people that you associate with, you give them value, right? Similarly, the events you attend, okay, the food you eat, the stores you visit, then the clothes you wear, the thought systems that you believe in, okay, all these things are structures where you add value, okay, and all this plays into the twin flame relationship dynamic, because until your understanding of value is right, okay, you are in a good relationship with yourself, you are in a aligned relationship with your soul as regards value, okay, these are going to be the issues that come up between you and your twin flame in the relationship, okay. So it's very important to clear these issues when you're in the separation phase, or even if you're connected to your twin flame. It's very important to clear these issues. So today I've spoken about many things. I've told you about how people project D-value on each other. I've told you about how you have to be present and conscious, because otherwise people can project D-value on you in very subtle ways, and you might not be aware and you might absorb that negative energy. I've told you about energetic boundaries, okay, not only paying attention to what people say, but even the energy that you feel from them. What else? I've told you about not buying into society's concept of value, but having your own concepts of value. What else? I've told you about how to continuously value yourself. Like you should have this aspect of value in your awareness all the time. Okay, you should have this aspect constantly in your time, and the more you practice it, the more you practice the self-love, and the more you practice the self-value, the stronger it gets. Alright, so what else? I told you about the example about Bollywood, how it had value, and now suddenly a few weeks later the value is totally zero, because people are no longer looking up. So the masses give the value. It is people, that aspect also of value, because building your goodwill with the masses. Okay, I have explained to you that. What else? I have also told you about childhood experiences, alright? How childhood experiences create subconscious wounds in your mind, through which your body language develops based on that, your self-image develops based on that, and how you need to clean all of that, how you need to work on all those aspects, okay? How you need to align yourself with your soul, because you have to heal these aspects of self, the masculine aspect of sun, self-worth, the feminine aspect of Venus, self-love and self-value, okay? And alignment with the soul, how it plays into the twin flame relationship, okay? How having a mastery over this aspect of value helps you to create 5D timelines, and that's what the purpose of twin flames is, to create 5D timelines. Okay, all these things. And what else? Yeah, relationships as a form of value, the kind of relationships that you have, okay, having authentic relationships, because value that the world says, the matrix says is valuable versus what is valuable to the soul in terms of relationships. Okay, asking for balanced relationships at the professional front, asking for balanced relationships in your personal relationships. What else? Equating relationships to the kind of food you eat, whether you eat fresh food or stale food, whether you have healthy friends or unhealthy friends, you know, that kind of a stuff. So now I know I'm a little bit aggressive and strict on such measures because that is my style. That is my style because I feel that you need to have a particular style when you're a teacher, because that is what actually sinks, creates the message to sink into the mind. Okay, and another aspect to my message is that yeah, I have a little bit of disgust, okay, to all the dysfunctional things that happen here, so that also plays out in my voice. But sometimes when my kundalini rises I completely changes, you know, like the anger is not there. Because it's last time when I was creating this video on Ketu, I think my voice was completely different because the kundalini was in my throat at that moment. But right now the kundalini is in my heart, but not exactly my heart, my thymus gland. There's a chakra there, it's called a thymus chakra. So my kundalini is in my thymus chakra, and it's a different feeling because right now also there are many healings that are happening on an energetic level. Alright, so see, when you do your spiritual work, kundalini rising will happen. Okay, you don't have to take classes, you don't have to go to any particular person if you are able to do this work on yourself. If you're not able to do this work on yourself, you can go to a teacher. Either way will do. Okay, because the whole aspect of kundalini rising is basically what is about your understanding, your perspective shifting, you aligning with your soul wisdom, you aligning with your soul perspectives on reality, you aligning with your soul's level of understanding of the universe. Okay, that is what is basically kundalini rising. Okay, let me demystify it for you. So yeah, I think that is about all that I have to say about value, self-value, and Venus entering into Taurus. Okay, and yeah, of course material value is very important, your finances, your assets, the image you project into this world, how you carry yourselves, your relationships, all those things. Okay, so both aspects. Okay, see, Venus rules two signs. Venus rules Taurus and Venus rules Libra. Okay, so Venus shows value in terms of material things, which is Taurus, because Taurus represents these fine things. Okay, and Venus shows value in terms of relationships, which is Libra, sorry. And a very important aspect of Venus that I will tell you now before I forget is balancing value, you know, balanced value exchange. If you're having relationships in which people are just draining you but not giving anything back, like you are not going to reunite with your twin flame, because that is not a 5D timeline. Remember, this is the 3D world. The 5D world is completely different. Higher dimensions are completely different. In higher dimensions, we see everything as one source. Okay, so if you see everything as one, it is but natural you are going to have balanced energetic exchanges. Because if you intentionally create imbalance, it shows your belief in separation. When you intentionally create imbalance, when you take more, when you give less, or you give nothing, it shows this separation consciousness. You know, it shows a damaged solar plexus. Okay, you're operating just from the three lower chakras, the solar plexus, sacral chakra, and root chakra. Okay, you are not operating from a higher level of awareness, which is the higher chakras, because the higher chakras, especially the heart chakra, is where the unity consciousness comes into play. Okay, so this factor also plays into value. Okay, and you need to be really strong in yourself. You need to be really strong in yourself and how you see yourself and how you value yourself. You cannot be codependent on other people's perspectives of valuing you. You're getting me? Do not be codependent on other people's perspective of valuing you. If you have a trusted friend, or if you have a trusted mentor. Okay, even choose your mentors carefully. You can talk to them about this aspect of value and help you to work with it on a deeper, more personal level in your life. Alright, so I'm signing off for today. I hope you all have a wonderful week. And Rahu in Taurus will teach you more about value for the next 1.5 years. Okay, so keep my message in mind, and whenever you have such experiences in your life, you can come back to this video, you can watch it. If you have some questions, you can put it down in the comments, and if I have time, I will answer them for you. Okay, so I'm signing off. You all have a great week and love from here. Bye.